Hello. This is a bit lastminute.com. It's 2 o'clock. Deadline's at 3. I would have liked to have done a video earlier, but I've literally been thinking and tinkering with my team, trying to figure out what to do match day 4, and I couldn't figure it all out, and I'm still tinkering now. It's got an hour left, so this is my team. I just thought I'd kind of hash out a quick 10-minute video with my rough thoughts of what I've done. Somebody might see it, might help. I don't know. My plan is though, so it's quite complicated. I mean, I'm probably not going to budget hack. So you got 105 million to spend, and my budgetless team was about 107 million. So I probably won't. Where was my first budgetless team? It was somewhere around here. It only came to about 107 million. So it's not really worth budget hacking. And what I'm probably going to do though is, where are we here? Is I put Gonda in for my keeper. He's 4 mil. If the budget hack works, because it may not even work yet, we don't know, but if it does still work, then I can do it and I could upgrade Gonda up to a Allison or a Lloris for 6 mil. There may be other options as well, but I don't really feel like there's much I wanted to do budget hack wise. In terms of downgrades, I was going to do Angel Di Maria in there and then downgrade him to DePaul, but Angel Di Maria is apparently out. He might be injured. He's a bit of a doubt. But I've got a bunch of midfielders who I could downgrade to DePaul next round. DePaul or Rabiot are the two I'm looking at as potential downgrades, I think. Was there anybody else? Downgrades. That's pretty much it, I think. Otamendi I've already got in my team, so there may be some others that pop up. But their budget options of players is mainly DePaul. Is the one that I'd probably go to next week. It's not really anybody else. Klaassen, if I don't put him, but I want to play him today. I need to wait for the fixtures to see if the lineups to see if he's playing. They should be out soon, shouldn't they? Klaassen teams, is he playing? Let's have a look then. Oh, it's not out yet. Come on, got to refresh. Let's have a look. Netherlands lineup. Oh, my computer does this. Sometimes it's need a new graphics card, I think. Netherlands lineup. Do we have it? Not sure. Probably. Is that it? That might be it. Klaassen, boom, he's in. That's good. So that doesn't mess up my plans. I would like to know if Saka's going to be in. Anyway, so Klaassen's in. Yeah, so I might just do one of my midfielders down to DePaul. That will free up some money, and then I could upgrade Gonda to a keeper or something like that. But basically, we got 9 free transfers. The unlimited finishes when Netherlands USA kicks off. Then you get 4 free transfers for round of 16, then 5 at the start of quarterfinals, and throughout the quarterfinals. That's a lot. And I was kind of thinking, these are all just like rough back of the envelope notes. You've got 4 free transfers there, 5 here. I've reserved like 3 of them for one of the big teams to get knocked out. If you think of you got Brazil, Argentina, France, and England. Most of my team is made up of them. If you could kind of the law of averages, maybe one of them might go out. If more than one goes out, it would be a big shock. But I've still got I could probably repair it anyway. But let's assume that worst case scenario, one of them goes out. That still leaves me with like 3 transfers this match day and then another 3 next, so I could play around with those. And so I've kind of thought, well, maybe I'll stick some like Pulisic and Ziyech I quite like. Morocco versus Spain, Ziyech maybe, and Pulisic against Netherlands possibly. Have a bit of a pump with these two. And then there's also Saka. I could use a transfer to kind of, I'd prefer Foden, but I don't know whether he's going to play. Saka seems more nailed, so I'll just go with Saka. But if Foden starts, I could use a transfer and upgrade him. So that's that. So I've got a few transfers to play around with there. Don't necessarily have to reserve them all for teams that are going to get knocked out, because there's a good chance it's only going to be if you get one upset and then one of Pulisic or Klaassen's going out, and then Ziyech might go out from Morocco potentially as well. Still leaves me with 1 to play around, 1 for like a luxury transfer, and then I've got 3 more quarterfinals to do some rotation. Just feels like I've got plenty. Um, what else was I thinking? Um, what else was I thinking? Up front was a headache. Messi and Mbappe, everyone's got, but I couldn't decide between Richarlison, Giroud, Lautaro Martinez. I was on Depay and Gakpo at one point as well, but gone with Giroud because if I go for Lautaro Martinez, it means I've got 4 Argentinians, which means I can't go to DePaul because I'll have too many Argentinians to do that. So, although I really he was probably my first choice, Lautaro. Richarlison, I feel like he's a fraud. That's a very strong term to use, but I feel like he's like a 0.45 xGI man, and he's just on good form in this season. Lately, he's been on good form. Now, maybe you just go for the form, but I always feel like he's not. I always remember him as this like not very scary Everton forward that didn't really do that much. So I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. He'll probably get a hat trick now, but Giroud's been good form forever, and he just always seems to nail it in, and he's nailed for France as well, and I think Poland are gonna crumble. I don't know. I think I just fancy that fixture. I think. Who knows? Could be wrong, but that's what I fancy. So Giroud. I was trying to think ahead though, so cause I still haven't figured this fully out. Because so this is the team I'll have in the quarterfinals with a couple of transfers. I might have DePaul in there. So this is the bit I haven't done. I want to kind of start thinking about the next game week. You only really got to get to the semis, and then in the semis, you got 4 teams, and it'll be the same in the semis and the final because you've got the third place playoff is playing in that game week. So in that last match day, so you only got to make it there. I need to think about how much it's going to cost to have a team full of just Argentinians, Brazilians, French, and Spanish, probably, in the last 4. Maybe some English if they beat France, possible. And I need to think of how much it's going to cost, because another idea is to this Gonda position. I might just leave him there. I might just leave Gonda right through the quarters, the semis, everything, just to give me some money. Again, if the budget hack works, maybe I don't have to do that, but if it doesn't, maybe I leave him there as a nice cheap 4 million enabler and just bank on 1 goalie each game week. But see, this isn't something else I haven't worked out yet. I need to figure out how much it's all going to cost. Yeah, it's only 10 past 2. What else was I thinking? Let me pause it. I have one last little think. Another thing I was thinking as well, I don't want to just... I wanted to have players... I mean, Gonda maybe is not the best example of this, but I wanted to have players who, if the budget hack doesn't work, I won't be too bummed out keeping them in my team. Gonda, I feel like I'm banking on Martinez getting a clean sheet. And I mean, Gonda's not a terrible second chance anyway, but still, I'm just banking on Martinez getting the clean sheet and not needing Gonda. And then if the budget hack works, wicked, I can upgrade him as well. What else? So I did have some other players who were like, rather than just using any old cheap 4.5s, I wanted to try and have actually decent cheap players who I can potentially upgrade. But it's not really what I haven't really needed that many upgrades. I'm actually 103.5 is my budget at the moment, so I could go for I could get Pickford in there, thinking about it. So this is why I haven't fully figured all this out. I could just stick Pickford in there for 5.5. He's still within budget. I know I want to reserve 0.5 for Saka to thingy, to Foden if I need it. But I could just find a 5 mil keeper that might be even better, and then upgrade him. But then again, the Gonda thing, is Gonda going to be useful to have a 4 mil keeper budget wise going forward? Because when he goes out, I was testing it. On my test team, I've still got players in my team from like Iran and stuff, or who have gone out. You can keep them in your team. You can just leave them there. And I kind of feel like maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have bought a Malky or something, or some real cheap player, and just left him in my team as a budget option, even though they're not playing. So Gonda, I might be able to do that with him. Not sure. Yeah. So I don't really have huge budget hack plans. the basic thinking again is still you want players. This is the order that they're playing, and you want expensive players playing in the first few games, and then you want your budget options from teams who play in these first games as well, so you'll know if they'll be through or not. So De Paul for Argentina is great. Rabiot as well. Did I say that? Yeah, Rabiot for France is another one. If they go through, then he could be a budget option that I could downgrade somebody to. But other than that, I mean, Sosa for Croatia, if they go through, that's before the Brazil game. Might be able to do a little. I haven't got him in my team at the moment, so I could go for him. But then, do I want him in the next round? I don't know. Yeah. Thoughts aren't. This is just a very scrappy video with some last minute thoughts I thought I'd just get out there, but I haven't really fully thought it all through. It's a bit not super clear on it, so I'm just kind of hunching my way through a bit, I think. Anyway, I'll leave it there. This is all too much information. Yep, okay, I'll leave it there. Okay, bye.